We've got number 1 Benson against number 16 Pima on the 2A San Pedro region play-in game, so let's get it on. This highlight video is sponsored by Copper Hills Dental. With amenities designed to keep patients comfortable and relaxed, Copper Hills Dental is your choice for anxiety-free dentistry. Visit our website and Facebook page or simply call 428-2750 to schedule your appointment today. That's Copper Hills Dental. Pima's defense bent, but it didn't break on Benson's first offensive possession. However, on 4th and 9, Benson's Devin Bowling puts on the brakes and then skates to the outside to pick up the big first down. The Bobcats didn't help their cause with penalties that sent them back at 4th and 27, however, including an unsportsmanlike penalty for complaining to a referee about not getting a pass interference call. The Rough Riders held and took the ball over on downs, but then it quickly came apart. On Pima's first offensive play, Benson's Dalton Crockett gets just enough of Caleb Barlow's arm as Barlow hurdled a defender. The ball pops out and Mundo Esparza snags it on a hop and takes it back 43 yards to pay dirt to put Benson on the board early 7-0. Lightning then struck twice, and on Pima's second offensive play of the game, Benson's Wyatt Wilharm did just that and ripped the ball away from Wyatt Wiltbank in some Wyatt on Wyatt crime. And Wilharm is off to the races, and nobody's gonna catch him as he goes 40 yards for the score to put Benson up 14-0 in the blink of an eye. On its third possession, Pima decided to try going to the air, and quarterback Caleb Blair launched one to the stratosphere, and Grant Ashby stretches out to make the great snag and give Pima good field position near midfield. However, the drive stopped shortly after entering Benson territory, and Pima punted the ball away on 4th and 4. Benson had more success on the ground on its second possession, as Angel Rigney heads around the left side for a big first down. However, Pima forced a punt at the start of the second quarter, and Barlow muffs the kick but is able to gather it back and keep the possession. Pima then got it going on the ground as Brody Brown plows his way to a first down. The drive stalled in Benson territory, however, and a rushed punt ended up with Benson returning the ball to Pima's former line of scrimmage. To add insult to injury, Pima's Garrett Curtis was called for lowering his head on the tackle, adding 15 yards to Benson's starting position. The Bobcats then went back to Bowling, who almost gets the ball taken away but holds on to set up Benson inside Pima's 10. Brett Hawkins then took the ball just outside the goal line, and the drive was finished as Bowling plunged 1 yard into the end zone to put Benson up 21-0. After a holding call, Pima punted the ball back to Benson and looked to have good initial coverage, but Bowling brushed off a tackle, sidestepped another, whoop, and then another, whoop, and then reversed his field while picking up a block and outrunning the defense to take the ball all the way back to the Pima 36 to set up the Bobcats in good field position. Pima almost intercepted Benson's Brock Dieterman, but Barlow just couldn't quite hold on as the ball bounces off the ground. Benson made the most of their second opportunity, and Bowling bowled his way to the 2. Fullback Gabe Osuna then finished the drive with a 2-yard plunge, and Benson went into halftime comfortably up 28-0. Whether you need regular pest control or have bigger problems including termites or bedbugs, Rattlesnake Exterminating is your one call to handle them all. Killer bees threatening your family? Then give Rattlesnake Exterminating a call at 485-8904. In the third quarter, Pima went back to the air, and Blair found Seth Russell to move the sticks and head back into Benson territory. On 3rd and 5, Blair rolled out and threaded the needle to find Barlow, who held on to get another big Rough Rider first down. Then on 4th and 7, Russell digs the ball out of the ground and holds on as he gets munched by Dieterman to give Pima a first down in the red zone. The drive faltered, however, as Esparza notched his second turnover of the night and got the INT just in front of the end zone. Esparza then returned the ball all the way back to near midfield. However, Benson turned it right back over when Bowling can't quite get a hold of the handoff, and Pima's Sam Ray pounced on it for the Rough Riders. The ball kept getting turned over, though, as Barlow attempts a halfback pass to Blair, but the Pima special was well defended by Benson, and number 83, who's not on my roster sheet, came down with the INT. Pima never stopped fighting, and Nash Hughes introduced himself to Rigney as the linebacker met the running back in the hole and tossed him to the ground. Pima then sacked Dieterman to stop the drive on a good defensive stand by the Rough Riders. In the fourth quarter, Benson was driving again, but Rigney can't handle the handoff on the reverse, and the ball squirts out. Then Bowling tries to grab it, and he's bowled over as the ball continues its backward trajectory, and Pepper Hughes snags it and stumbles and bubbles into Benson territory. On 3rd and 3, however, Pima tried the halfback pass again, and this time Bowling is there to get the tackle on Barlow for a big 15-yard loss. Blair tried a valiant pass down toward the goal line, but it just wasn't meant to be, and Pima turned the ball over on downs. Pima's defense then answered the call again, and after a nice pickup by Rigney, Nash Hughes pops the ball out, and Austin Ashby is Johnny on the spot to gather the fumble in for Pima. Blair then goes back for a pass and escapes as the pocket begins to collapse. He heads downfield and picks up a nice 20 yards to about midfield. Barlow then burst up the middle for a nice big gain and another Pima first down. Blair then hit Grant Ashby for a 20-yard pickup to the 15 to set the Rough Riders up in the red zone late in the game. Pima then avoided the shutout when Blair went back shoulder to Ashby for the 9-yard TD, but it was Benson moving on in the playoffs with the 28-7 win.
We got to play better. We were sloppy, too many turnovers, didn't throw the ball extremely well tonight. We got to play better. Well, when you come out at playoffs 0-0, right now everybody's 0-0, you got to play better to be a champion. And if you block like that, play like that, and do some of the things that we did and screw up, it's going to happen. So we got to get better. We'll get better. We'll get better.
Reporting from Benson for the Gila Herald, I'm John Johnson.